Welcome to this journey inward, a journey toward something rare in our noisy world. True strength. Not the strength of muscles or money, not the kind that demands attention or dominates a room, but the quiet kind, the kind that lives in stillness, in restraint. In clarity. Today, we're going to explore a simple but powerful idea from Stoic philosophy. True strength begins when you think less, speak less, and focus more. Let's break this down slowly, intentionally, the Stoic way. Illusion of constant thinking in the modern world. We are rewarded for thinking fast. Decisions must be made quickly. Opinions must be shared instantly. We scroll, we react, we overanalyze until our minds become cluttered with noise. But the Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca warned us, an overactive mind can become a prison. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What does that mean in our world? It means we don't need to obsess over every small detail. We don't need to constantly analyze or predict outcomes. We don't need to replay the past or rehearse every possible future. Thinking has its place, but when it becomes endless, it becomes weakness. It saps our focus, it clouds our judgment, and worse, it keeps us from action. The Stoics believed in the power of right thought, not more thought, and there's a big difference. You don't need to stop thinking altogether, but you do need to learn when to think and when to be still. Stillness is not emptiness, it is clarity. It is clarity. It is where strength begins. The wisdom of speaking less. Now let's talk about words. In a world where everyone seems to be shouting to be heard, the Stoic chooses silence, or at least, restraint. Epictetus taught this plainly. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Most people speak to impress, to defend, to argue, to be right. But the Stoic asks, what is gained by speaking, and what is lost? Words are powerful. They can build or destroy. They can heal or harm. And once spoken, they cannot be taken back. When you speak less, you observe more, you listen more deeply, you understand people and yourself with greater clarity. Stoicism isn't about silence for silence's sake. It's about intentional speech. It's about asking, is what I'm about to say true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it helpful? If not, perhaps silence is stronger. In stillness, we find space between stimulus and response. And in that space, we find freedom. The power of focus. Let's talk now about focus. The quiet superpower of the modern age. Focus is rare. And that makes it valuable. Our attention is under attack. Every beep, buzz, notification, and headline wants a piece of our mind. But the Stoic doesn't allow the outside world to scatter his inner world. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you seek tranquility, do less. Or more accurately, do what's essential. Doing less does not mean doing nothing. It means doing what matters deeply, with presence. That's focus. When you focus, you become powerful, not because you control more, but because you waste less. Less energy. Less time. Less thought. Focus allows you to live fully in the present, not distracted by regrets, not seduced by fantasies, but grounded in now. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Why? Because true focus may look strange to the world. It may seem like you're ignoring trends, skipping arguments, or avoiding gossip. But in reality, you're conserving your energy for what truly matters. That is strength. The 3 together, a Stoic formula. So what happens when you combine these 3 Stoic virtues? Thinking, less speaking, less focusing, more. You begin to live differently. You begin to lead, not by force, but by example. Not by noise, but by presence. Imagine a person who doesn't get caught in endless thought loops. Dissent. Reacts to every insult or piece of drama, chooses words, carefully works with full presence, and accepts what they cannot control. That is a Stoic. That is strength. And you don't need to be perfect. The Stoics weren't gods. They were people like you and me who struggled with ego, anger, fear, and desire. But they trained their minds, they practiced stillness, they embraced simplicity. And in doing so, they discovered a strength that no one could take from them. How to practice this today, you might be wondering. How do I apply this? How do I start thinking less, speaking less, and focusing more? Here are a few practical ideas, rooted in Stoic wisdom. Begin the day with a quiet mind. Before checking your phone, take 5 minutes to sit in silence. Breathe. Observe your thoughts. No judgment. Just stillness. Journal with purpose. Write 1 sentence. What is within my control today? This focuses your mind on what matters. Speak only when it adds value before you speak. Pause. Ask, will this help or hurt? If in doubt, Wait, eliminate distractions during work, turn off unnecessary notifications, set a timer, do one thing, fully then, rest, reflect, each evening ask yourself, did I speak with intention? Did I waste thought on what I couldn't control? Did I stay focused on what matters? No shame, just awareness. Then adjust tomorrow, the world needs stillness. Let's be honest, the world is noisy. It celebrates the loudest voices, the quickest reactions, the constant updates. But you don't have to join the noise. You can be different, you can be still, and in that stillness, become strong. You can speak less, and in that silence, become wise. You can think clearly, and in that clarity, become free. The world does not need more opinions, that it needs more people, rooted in purpose, and that starts with you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now that if this message resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone else who needs a moment of stillness. Leave a comment with your favorite Stoic quote or insight. And remember, in a world that wants your attention, your silence, your focus, and your peace are acts of quiet rebellion. Be well, be still, be strong.